The following process is to change the battery for the NUX B-1 LITE 2.4 GHz guitar wireless system. You will need the following tools: a T5 Torx mini screwdriver or wrench to remove the back cover, a guitar pick or thin plastic pry tool to separate the back cover, a small Phillips head screwdriver to remove the circuit board, a wire stripper tool to prepare the wires for soldering, a soldering iron with a small tip to solder the battery wires into the unit, flux for a higher quality soldering job. Solder, I'm using 0.6 for small wires. Tweezers to help make the job easier. Helping hands alligator clips to hold wires in place. Shrink tube to cover and protect the solder joint. A 3.7 volt 502540 rechargeable lithium polymer battery replacement. Remove the two T5 Torx screws from the back cover. Pry the back cover off of the unit. Be careful not to lose the on/off switch. Note the on/off switch will separate once the back cover is off. Remember the orientation. Notice how it's wedged underneath the circuit board to capture the switch. This is crucial to putting it back together again. Remove the two screws holding the circuit board onto the case. Notice the plastic pins next to the screws. These must fit into the circuit board when putting it back together again. There are two more plastic pins at the bottom of the circuit board. Avoid handling leaky or puffy batteries with your bare hands. Do not puncture the foil, as this can release dangerous gases. Snip the old wire close to the battery. Do not let the old battery wires short out. Snip in different spots so that they don't align. Dispose properly at a local home store or recycling location. Do not throw the old battery away, as it can cause a fire if shorted or punctured. Make sure you have the correct replacement battery. It should be a 3.7 volt 502540 with 500 mAh rating. You may have to snip off the connector on the new battery. Strip all 4 wires, add flux and tin each wire. Place 2 small pieces of shrink tube on each wire prior to soldering. Set up the jig and solder the wires together. Place the shrink tube over the new solder joint, making sure there is no exposed wire, and heat it up carefully with a match or hot air. Note there are 3 parts that want to fall out of the case: the on-off button, and sometimes the channel switcher button, the LED lens. After soldering the wires and ensuring there is no exposed bare wire, place the battery back into the case and reroute the wires such that they fit around the edge of the case. By reusing the wires attached to the circuit board, there is no risk of damaging the circuit board with the soldering iron. Line up all of the switches, route the wires so that it doesn't get crimped when putting it back together, and snap the back of the case back on and retighten the Torx screws and you're done.